Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hi, my name is Surabhi Shrivastava. So before going into the session, I want you to know me because it is about me. I am the reader today, and as Anand has been saying, the stage is on mine today. So yeah, I come from Bhopal. I am a software engineer working in Silicon. I have a beautiful family, lovely friends, and a lovely car too. My life is perfect, and I hope yours is too. Now, when I mentioned it, if I am a software engineer, my relationship with my office colleagues is different. My relationship with my family members is different. My relationship with my friends is different. What Manisha knows me as is different. What Anand knows me as is different. What Harsh knows me as is different. The question why we always gather up here in Journey to Self is, who am I to myself? So this Surabhi is who? To me, I am a very emotional person. And this emotional property of mine leads me into lots of problems. And to resolve these problems, I come up with lots of
Solutions.
which are in the form of
activities,
ideas
and perceptions,
therapies,
And creativity.
connecting, goals, and so on. To achieve all these, I need some medium. These mediums is where the word which is most important in my life comes up. Hope or motivation. So this thing is achieved by all of us, by a lot of means. Some get it through books, some get it through motivational speakers, some get it through movies, some get it through songs, some get it through videos. It's up to you which medium you want to choose. I am more of a movie and song person. Manisha is more of a book person. So the idea here is everyone, every entity, every object, every person goes through this whole structure. Everyone has a property which leads them to a problem, which leads them to find a solution, and they get into these mediums to reach here, to motivate themselves, to find a hope. Now before I start what I'm going to tell you, I really want you all to write your trait, your solutions, and what is it that connects you, what is it that motivates you. Everybody has a paper and a pen. So coming back to who I am, this property of mine leads me into a lot of problems. Why? Because it makes me feel very low at times, very low. Because if I am very emotional, somebody in my office will comment on me and I feel bad, very bad about it. If someone in my family, some long distance relationship will say something about me, it will matter to me a lot when it should not. So when I go low, very low, that is the point when I need this motivation, when I need this hope. And those are the times when we come across maybe a session, a video, a song, or a book. And I came across this book, The Greatest Salesman in the World. It is written by Og Mandino. I have read this book twice, and this is an 89-page book. But this is a very beautiful book. Now the reason why I want to share the book here is that one format, Journey to Yourself, something which is going to make you dig deep inside you, and I'm going to help you with that. Second thing, the beautiful story. I'm a very story person, and this book has a very small, short, lovely story, and I love that. And third thing, it is all about words for me. So the comparisons, the words, the sentences used in this book, they are beautiful, amazing, and you'll actually get to know that why I am so much fond of this book. Now, this book is all about 10 goals. Every book, every motivation video, everything about motivation talks about very few things. There is only few mantras for success, to bring yourself up from a downfall, get better if you're feeling worse. There are very few things, and we all know that. There are a lot of books which are saying the same thing, but the way, the stories, the articulation with which they say is different. So there is nothing new in this book. The way it is being said or the way it has been articulated is a little, at least for me. So that's why I want you all to experience it. So this book is all about 10 scrolls which has been asked to read per month. For 1 month, every day you are supposed to get up and read that scroll, and you are supposed to follow what is written in that scroll. I've got small little scrolls and I would request you all to please pick one each and do not open them. This story happens in Jerusalem and it is about two people, Pathros and Hafid. And this story is 2000 years ago, before Christ. Okay? So here is this boy, Hafid. Hafid works as a camel boy in Pathros Empire. Who is Pathros? Pathros is the boss. In this era, when we are talking about the story, Pathros is the most successful and greatest salesman. He has lots of connections, lots of carriages, carrying lots of goods, and lot of salesmen going across the world, and he is one of the richest person. Now this small kid, Hafid, has been associated with Pathros from childhood. He was an orphan, Pathros adopted him, and then he was working as a camel boy. Pathros' camel boy. Suddenly one day, Hafid goes into the tent of Pathros and he asks him, Pathros, I want to become a salesman as good as you. I want to learn the principles of selling goods the way you sell goods. Now Pathros was confused. Why all of a sudden you want to become a salesman? Why are you not happy as a camel boy? What is it that you want? So the question came up, why? Hafid very reluctantly told that I am done with this life of a pauper. I want to improve myself. I want to become wealthier. I want to be rich. And that's why I want to become a salesman. Pathros said, fine, become a salesman. But why only salesman? Why do you want to become a salesman? Why not anything else? Why are you not trying any other occupation or any other service? Hafid told, this is what I have seen. This is what I have learned. And I have heard you say, no other profession will make you richer as being a salesman. And I believe in you. Then Pathros said, fine, what will happen if you will get so much wealth? What will you do after that? I will be a happy man. My family will live happily like yours. They will never have to worry about anything and I will be at peace of mind. Pathros smiled. And then he said that it is not the wealth of your purse, but the wealth of your heart that needs to grow. Always keep that in mind. So what Pathros wanted was wealth of heart. And what Hafid wanted was wealth of purse. So Hafid had a trial. He wanted to grow. And he went to Pathros. Now, the problem was how to start. What to do, where to do. What did he do? He believed in Pathros. Pathros told Hafid that I'll give you a robe and you have to go and sell it into a city where all salesmen fail. Hafid got really scared, but he had to prove it to Pathros that he have to sell that robe in that city. For 4 or 5 days, Hafid was roaming around the city and he couldn't sell the robe, and he was very frustrated, very low, very demotivated with the fact that I'm not able to prove myself if I don't take the money home. One night he was eating his dinner. He thought that tomorrow I will gather up my whole strength and I will start afresh. He went back to his cave because he didn't have any money. He was living in a cave. When he went into that cave, there was a newborn baby with his parents in his cave with the animal that he has left. Night was a winter night and the baby was shivering and the parents were very poor and they were trying to cover him with their clothes. They didn't even have warm clothes. Hafid couldn't resist what he could see, and he offered his robe with no money to that child. He came back with no money but a kiss from the mother of the child on his cheek. So he went out for wealth of purse, but he got wealth of heart. That was when Pathros realized that this is the person to whom I can give all my wealth. Not in terms of money, but the scrolls, the wealth of knowledge, which in turn will make Hafid grow as the greatest salesman of the world. So this is the story which was very well articulated in that book. Now, when Hafid got those scrolls, he was asked and he was told by Pathros that I got these 10 leather scrolls from my master, and I was told that to the third person that these scrolls will go, they can share it to the whole world. But the second person, the immediate person to whom I will give, he should not share it with anyone, and that person will get a sign from the Almighty to give that scrolls to someone else. Hafid agreed to it. He just wanted to grow rich. Still, he didn't know that he had achieved the wealth of heart. He took those 10 scrolls, Pathros died, and he started his journey as a new salesman. He went to a new city and he started off. What was required was, the rules were, he will never share the scrolls with anyone else. He will always read one scroll at a time for 1 month and then only go to the other scroll. So here we are going to do the same. We will open each scroll one by one and we will know what to do.